Okay, we're going to go ahead and go over the instructions for the foldable activity for today. But before I do that, I like to have a couple of housekeeping rules every time that I am not there. Right now, at the moment, you see a list of names of possible students that can help in the class. Second period, Dahlia or Faith. Third period, Mike or Liliana. Fifth period, Holden or Jonathan. Seventh period, Brianna Moore or Nancy. It is very important that each of you all listen to this part because I don't like to have my projector running when it's not in use. As soon as I am done with the instructions and you are done watching the video explaining the instructions, please make sure that one of you grab the remote control for the projector and turn it off for me, please. It's very important, especially in 7th period, because if you forget to do it in 7th period, it's going to be running for the rest of the entire weekend, and we don't want it to overheat. So again, everyone, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th period, as soon as we're done with the instructions, make sure that the projector is turned off. Okay, moving on. Uh, you're going to see a handout that is actually located in a clear plastic bag next to my classroom door. So one of the students that I've listed above, go ahead and check out the clear bag. It's actually, if you face my classroom door, it's right next to it on the right hand side where the fire extinguisher used to be. There is a bag hanging on there that is clear. Inside that bag is the actual handout that you will use as a template to show you as to what you're going to write inside your foldable. The next thing is that no one leaves for any reason whatsoever. The third thing is that the foldable you did yesterday and the one that you do today are due at the end of class. So let's try to make this as quick and simple as possible. Again, the students that I've listed in the above lists right here, go ahead and right before class ends, pick up everyone's, make sure that everyone has their name on it, and then just kind of neatly stack it together, flatten it out, and place it into your appropriate tray. Of course, 2nd period has your own tray, 3rd period has their own tray, 5th period has their own tray, and 7th period has their own tray. So please make sure you place them in the appropriate location. It is due at the end of class if you are present on Friday. So you need to make sure that you turn it in, otherwise it will be considered a 0. Leave my area clean is the next thing that I want to discuss. You know I am very OCD. If you've noticed where the music stand is, I left you a very neat station, colored paper, matte pencils in that box. There's matte pencils, markers, and there's also a little sharpener that you use to sharpen those matte pencils. And there are also rulers that you can use as a straight edge. Those are the only supplies that you are allowed to use. Nothing else. So no one goes snooping in anywhere that is not your business to be in. The next thing is that please behave. I have not had a negative report from Miss Mimi thus far. So again, you know of course what the consequences are. 7th period, you need to behave extra well because you are at the moment in trouble since you are taking my retest for the rest of the school year. So you need to redeem yourself and hope that Miss Mimi leaves me an extraordinary note on your behalf. Okay, so at this time, that's all I have to say, except for one more thing. I know some of y'all may not have had the chance to discuss your averages with me. If you really want to discuss your average, this is my new email, jcantu@bmtisd.com, and you're more than welcome to email me as soon as I can get to my computer. I will definitely tell you what your average is. I know some of y'all did not get a chance to actually look at your average. So again, shoot me an email and I will return your email as soon as possible. Okay, so let's continue with your foldable. Again, this is all in the handout that one of the student helpers should have handed out already to you all. This is what you're going to be doing. This is the foldable. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper for this. I prefer that you use 2 different colors, But if you really are obsessed with a certain color, that's fine. It's not going to be a big deal. And in the next video are the instructions as to how to make this kind of design like this. But this is the first picture that you see in your handout. This is the second one. The reason that the second one is important to me is because I don't think you can really see the formula up here. The formula for this one is f of x equals 3 times x minus 2 squared plus 4. That's 3 times x minus 2 squared plus 4. Notice I have it labeled here. I've labeled the vertex, and I also drew a sketch. Remember that inside with the x, you're doing the opposite, so you're either moving left or right, but you got to think opposite. Right now, this is a negative 2. The opposite of a negative 2 is a positive 2. So it's shifting your parent function to the right 2 units, and then it's shifting it up 4 units, and it's opening up because that 3 is positive. So that's the second picture that you see in your handout. This is the third picture that you see in your handout. Notice that this time the 3 has a negative. Your function reads f of x equals negative 3 times x minus 4 times x plus 1. So again, this is a parabola that will be opening downwards. But I think that this picture is much more easier to see in your handout. And then finally, the last one is right there. That is f of x equals 2x squared minus 12x plus 16. Those are all in the handout. I'm not going to ask for the handout back. You can keep the handout, you can throw it away, but I do want both of your foldables turned into me at the end of class. So student helpers, make sure you grab everyone's, make sure that their name is on it, and go ahead and turn it into your appropriate tray. Remember, please don't wait until the last minute to try to finish things up. Try to kind of start cleaning up about 7 to 10 minutes before the bell rings, because it usually takes about that much time for the bell to ring, for you to clean up. So again, I expect not to get any negative reports, and I hope to see you all on Monday. Have a very safe weekend. Email me if you need to discuss your average, or if you have any questions about your average. Please feel free to do that and we can discuss it. Again, have a good weekend.